Welcome back to Tightwad Workshop. Just for a change, today we'll be in the kitchen baking some bread. Obviously washing your hands is a good starting point. I don't have a bread maker, but I also don't like kneading dough by hand. So we'll enlist this 40-year-old Kenwood Chef kitchen mixer to do the hard work. We won't be needing the whisk or the beater attachments. This dough hook's the right tool for the job. I'll just fit it to the mixer. I'm going to be lazy and use this pre-mixed bread flour. It comes with 2 packets of yeast, which is enough for the 6 big loaves of bread contained in this bag. I'll be using 4 cups of flour for this loaf. Plus a little extra for the hand kneading step, which comes later. Now I'll open one of the yeast packets and add 2 teaspoons to the bowl. And a little more for luck. Now let's take that bowl back to the mixer. We need about 2 cups of water, and the yeast will work better if the water's warm. I'll add most of the water now, then start the mixer. These mixers were extremely loud even when they were new, so I'll just skip ahead 10 minutes to the end of the kneading. That dough's looking pretty good now. It's usually easier to detach the dough hook from the mixer before you try to remove the dough ball from it. I think I made this mix a bit wetter than necessary. Now let's take the bowl back over to the other bench and set up a time-lapse view of the dough rising. Next we have to get the dough out of the bowl and lightly knead it. I'll spread some of the spare flour on the bench and dust my hands with a little as well. That helps stop the dough from sticking. I really should have used a bit less water in this one. I'll sprinkle some more flour on top of the dough, then get to work on the kneading. If you skip this second kneading step, your bread will have big holes in it like Swiss cheese. This baking pan is non-stick, but for an extra sticky loaf like this I'll also use a little olive oil. I'll use the last of the flour inside the pan as well. Now we can drop the dough into the pan and watch it rise again. While the dough was rising, I switched on the oven. This oven is also an original from 1971. "23 minutes later, our loaf is baked. After about an hour, the loaf had cooled enough to drop straight out of the pan. This first crust is extra delicious while it's still warm. Unfortunately, the proper bread knife was still locked in the dishwasher. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Tightwad Workshop is filmed in front of a live studio audience.